Hello, my name is Ashley Share, and I'm the founder and CEO of ShareLove.Fund. Today we're going to explore Book 2, verse 25 of the Gita. Book 2, verse 25 reads as follows. It is said to be unmanifested, inconceivable, immutable. Knowing all this, there is no cause to grieve. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, listen, cheer up, Buttercup. Don't worry about the outside environment and losing every friend and family member and teacher you've ever known. That's all skin deep, and you can feel really stable deep down inside. So the point is that we get this example in the Gita because we often feel despair, and we think that our problem is the biggest problem that ever was. And by making such an extreme backdrop of such extreme hardship in the Gita, we are able to draw strength from this text, saying, wow, you know what, I thought my problems were bad, but I wasn't actually facing a civil war. So if Arjuna has gotten through it, so can I. So Krishna says, as a deep dive, there is no reason to grieve. Why? Because the self is not nature's element. All of these elements are products of that same essence, and they cannot affect it. Thus, they are gross expressions of it. After saying something about the immortal principle of Atman, Sri Krishna takes on a different track. He basically says, now I've told you about your immortality, but you still do not want to believe me because this seems like a mere theory. You may still have doubts and insist I was born, so therefore I must die. All right, Krishna basically says, but even if that were so, why do you worry about it? So in chapter 1, we have Arjuna saying, but Krishna, what about this? What about that? There's going to be mass destruction. I know these people, but what if? And now in chapter 2, it's almost like Krishna is like whining and pleading and arguing, with all due respect, and saying, okay, fine. So you think you don't want to fight in the battle because you think you're going to die? You're not going to die. Your mind's going to live forever. And then Krishna's like, okay, fine, never mind. You don't want to fight in the battle because you think you're going to die? So what? If you're dead, you're dead. Then what are you worried about it? It'll be over. So in law, we call this, like pleading sort of inconsistent defenses or like contrary pleas. So, if you don't win on one account, then you can win on the other. So Krishna's like, okay, listen, if you really are attached to believing we're all dead in the end, then so be it. But still, you're the prince and you have a job to do. So go out there in the field and do the job. In modern day life, we can interpret this to help us. Sometimes we worry ourselves sick over situations, and maybe a way out of that can say, okay, well, what if the worst scenario happens? So what? And if we can get comfortable with the worst scenario, then that can make us completely fearless, and without fear, we can draw from a place of abundance and compassion and make the best decisions possible to optimize your daily life. Namaste.